What is up, dudes, dudettes, and doodles? I'm Nadia Dasher with Upper 90 Goalkeeping, and this is my process and how I started at Montclair State University. Let's get into it! I'm doing some video review. I wanted to sort of showcase how I do video review. First things first, notes. Notes are my best friend. And drawings. But I have a few clips in this video, and the game that I'm looking at is the finals game for State Cup in Georgia. My team is the blue team. This is my center back, actually. My team is the blue team. We are playing against Albion, which is the red team. So this play is sort of a way for me to take a look at a different defending strategy. She got beat, and instead of pressuring, my center ended up dropping, and the shot was able to get across. So that's me, by the way, on the ground. So right here, I would have liked, and my coach has mentioned this, I would have liked my center D to have stepped to the ball instead of dropping, because she ends up dropping really hard into my box. And the box is my spot. It's my zone. But with her stepping to the ball, it would mean that this player, she could then drop into the middle of the play, or the middle of the field, instead of sort of being behind her player. All of this just means that my defense has to work less instead of putting in so much more effort to defend, because she's behind the ball. She's behind it. She's not in front of it. She's working really hard to get back. The situation meant that it wasn't that big of a deal. But these two players were also left open. So probably paying attention to marking, and you know what, I'm just gonna leave that with me. Pay attention to marking, pay attention to who's dropping and who can step. Those are two things in this play. Moving right along. This is fine. It's a throw-in. This girl actually has a pretty good throw. Nothing happens. Like, she winds up for the shot, it gets blocked, and then it goes out wide. I thought my defender was getting there first. She got pushed off the ball. And then it's ended up being this crossing situation. I'm not too worried about this. Word of caution in what I did. I sorta willy-nilly jumped here. Like, I'm in the air with one arm. I'm like, teacher, call on me. That's not the best technique. But I was in the way of the ball. If the player attacking me, this red player right here, if she had gotten there, if she had any play on the ball, I would have been there first, because I am like right in front of her. But still, I would probably, instead of jumping right from my post, because I'm in line with my post, instead of like jumping straight up and going, oh wow, the ball, probably taking 2 steps back, because that means that 1, my feet are out of the ground, and 2, I can keep the ball in my sights. And sorry, there's people walking and I can hear them. I can still hear them. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying. 2 steps back. Okay. By taking those 2 steps back, it means that I'm more in the middle of my goal instead of, jumping for joy. But other than that, I made the play more difficult. Like, I didn't actually touch the ball. I should have, but I was in the way, which is sometimes the best that we can do as goalkeepers. This next play was very screwy. Okay. I do show what happens afterwards. But honestly, there's not much that I would want to change. I mean, I want my center D to step again. She does. I don't know. It's a weird situation. I mean, I'm set up pretty well. I'm on my 6. The ball is finally getting passed. It's just my wing defender who's marking the red player who's attacking me. She kind of loses her a little bit. And then I just make the decision to go get the ball. She kicks me in the foot, which is not nice. I never understood this. Okay, I never understood this. Goalkeeper has possession of the ball, right? They get kicked. Oh no, but they have possession. Why are we turning it into a kick? Like, I had full possession of the ball. I'm holding the ball, and they tell me to put it down. And I'm like, okay, that's not fair. Second thing about this, I'm not amazing with kicking from the ground. I have been training it. There's a lot of noise next to me. I've been training it, but it's still like a goalkeeper's strength is not going to be a flat, dead ball from the ground. I have a wall right here. I can hear a lot of things next to me. I'm so sorry if I get distracted or if you hear anything. But anyways, do we need to pause my possession so I kick the ball? Like, I've been working on kicks. It's not a bad kick. I can do better. I can punt better. Anyways. She was, the player attacking me was nice enough not to kick me that time. But this was a play where I wish my defender was better at covering her mark. Because the girl that's not next to the blue player, actually, they're both next to blue players. Not the close red girl, but the one further out. She's unmarked, and she needs to be marked, and that's probably something that I need to figure out how to communicate a bit better. Like, I'm not too worried about it, because I can handle that kind of pressure. Not to brag. That's totally bragging. Ooh. Sorry. But, like, it's still something to pay attention to. Like, my defender is jogging back, and I probably need to communicate a little bit more aggressively with her, just because her mark is attacking me. Yeah, you got the ball though. I think this is this is a higher cross. Yeah, the ball is in the air, higher cross. I'm positioned a lot better. I'm much happier with this positioning, because I can adjust the ball a bit better, and I just, again, she's open, okay? She is wide open. I have words that I can say to them, but it's really just repetition of communicating that that is their mark. They need to stay on them. And honestly, I'm not upset with them for not knowing that that is a mark that needs to be followed, because I do get the ball. Good job. But it's still part of something for them, and for me to learn, because I communicate with them. Oh, goody, corner. I shove my player out of my way, and in turn I end up shoving the girl in front of me, who's a red player who you can't see right now. But this was probably my favorite play of the first half. All of this is just first half. I'm gonna do second half in another video, but this was so much fun. She's not even my normal defender. I'm just positioning her, and that's all I needed to do in this situation, because I can get higher than most of these girls just with my hands, which is great. Because I'm not tall. You can't tell in this video. I'm 5'6", and the players around me aren't that tall, but there are some people who are taller than I am, and I'm like, well, great. What am I supposed to do? Jump is really what I can do, so that's what I do. But I move her so she's in front of the player. My hands are on my opponent's back, and I am shoving her forward. I have to be careful with that, because I'm not allowed to shove unless I'm going for the ball. Like, I mean, I'm going for the ball, and I think I get hit, but I get the ball. Yay! This is the last clip anyways, but it's still like I am flat out shoving her, and I really need to be careful with that. But sometimes you do what you can to get anything on the ball, and refs aren't going to call it. This is probably better positioning for cross, because my feet are moving, and like in the second clip, I think, my feet aren't moving as much. Like, I'm moving laterally, but I'm not forward and backwards, and that gives me a lot more energy for the cross. And since I'm moving, I'm able to go up with two hands, which is much better technique. And eventually, I get the ball. I had like 4 red people around me, and I don't know if you saw, it was actually really funny. The girl I shoved like sticks her leg out like towards me, and I'm like, what are we doing? That's not gonna do anything.